This is funny. Glasses looking good though. Glasses looking good. Let me not paste this yet. Let me wait. You guys can hear me good? What's up, bro? Hey, Jay, what's up, man? You guys can hear me good? Good? All right, what's up, guys? So I have my blue light glasses on today. I got a crazy headache. You can't hear me at all? You guys can hear me? I gotta make sure we can hear you now. All right. I got a crazy headache. So before we bring our guest on and everything, so these are my blue light glasses. And these are elite at that, though. These are elite. But, yeah, a few things that I want to go over before we actually break down. Jay, what's up, girl? Before we actually bring in our guest. So, for starters, I do want to go over the markets real quick before we actually go dive deep into all that. So, the Dow, let's actually go over the Dow. The Dow today finished we're currently at, and we killed this too. We killed this. The Dow finished yesterday at right at 34,158. So it had a little retracement from 34,278. And if you're in the Discord, you made some good money today. If you're not in the Discord, you missed out. You definitely missed out. So that play was definitely called out. The entire play was called. Yes, the Dow did go crazy. Called that play. We called out gold as well. So those things did go in our favor. One thing that I actually want to break down before going into everything else is Tesla. Right, so if you guys did not know, Tesla's having a 3-1 split. Stock split is going to be August 25th. So what that means is that if you own one share of Tesla by August 24th, the end of the closing day, when August 25th comes at 9:30 a.m., roughly 9:30, you are now going to own 3 shares of Tesla. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy Tesla. I'm just making it be known. If you do own Tesla, let's say you own 5 shares now, you split that to 3, you'll have 15 by the 25th. So I do like that. What's going on with that. With Ethereum as well, I personally see that Ethereum, we're currently at 1872 on Ethereum right now. I'm looking for a short on Ethereum. I've actually been short for a few days now. We had a retest of 2,000. I think that Ethereum, we're going to likely go back down. First, we're going to hit 1581. Then after that, we're more likely going to go down to about 1235. And then once we get to 1235, and then from there, we'll probably have another spike up. I'm not sure if we actually go back down to 1,000, but that's my outlook on Ethereum. Another thing as well, President Biden signed into effect the Inflation Reduction Act about 3 hours ago. So funny thing about this too, and I'm getting ready to bring my guest on, but funny thing about this is that the thing about this Inflation Reduction Act is that it's not going to reduce inflation. That right there, I want you guys to really understand that. Like, yeah, we had a little pullback of inflation month over month. However, year over year, we did not, right? So it's like, the way it's factored is year over year. So if you ever see this saying like YOY, that's year over year. MOM is month over month. So President Biden did say that we have 0% inflation. That's actually BS. We actually have, well, they say we have 8.4, but we have way more than that. It's about like double that. But besides that as well, right? So I want you guys to understand this. The IRS, we're now adding over 80,000 new workers. That's not a good thing. And people are saying like, they're going after the rich, they're going to tax the rich, and that's just not true. Right. At the end of the day, we do have a lot of at the end of the day, we have the fact that majority of the rich people, not even the majority, but the rich, they pay the most in taxes. And the thing about it is, I actually got a post I'm going to post in a second. But the thing about it is what they do, like there's a lot of tax reductions for them as well. And that's the reason why they're able to, quote unquote, get away with taxes. Like the tax system is made for the rich. It's not made for the workers. It's not made for the poor, right? The rich people, the wealthy, the entrepreneurs, these are the ones who actually keep our economy flowing. The reason why they do that is because these are the ones who take the most risk, right? They're starting up these businesses. They're having all these employees come in, right? As an employee, you can easily just dip and like say, I quit, right? That you don't really hold anything to it. But as an entrepreneur and a business owner, you're doing something for the economy. So the tax system is actually made to bless you, and you're actually lowering how much you're going to be paying back when it comes to taxes. All right, so I do see that my guest is here. So today's guest is a king who's shifting the culture for the better. I have watched him go from a personal trainer of your body and a personal trainer of your emotions. 2, you're a personal trainer of your finances. He's a serial entrepreneur, one who not just talks the talk, but also walks the walk as well. He's a philanthropist. He's one of my business partners and a good friend of mine. So let's get him on. I accepted it. What's going on? There we go.
What's good, man?
There we go. What's up, bro?
I appreciate the welcome. I'm going to have to write that down myself.
Yeah, you know, I do what I do, you know. What's up, though, man? It's good to have you here. It's good to have you here. It's going to be a great episode. For starters, this is also our first guest. Before we actually get into it, I got to give a disclaimer, just in case we don't want to get sued. So before we move forward, guys, remember this. Any and everything that's said right here is for entertainment purposes only. Do your research before acting on any of this, or speak to your financial advisor first. We are not your financial advisor, nor are we licensed to deal with you. So again, you do your own research before acting on anything that's said here today. So let's get straight to it, man.
That's a fact. Yeah, I don't know nothing. I just do it.
Yo, can we first start with like go over the fact that I think me and you spoke the other day, right? And I think the post you put up, and really go over the fact that we've literally helped to feed over 5,000 different individuals. And I want to really start with that because that's something that's huge. Like, as I said, you don't just walk the walk. I mean, you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk as well. And the fact that we were able to, you know, help the city out and all come together to feed more than 5,000 people. How was he able to do that, man?
Literally, you know, with the power of the community and also the power of social media.
Right.
So, you know, and when we started, you know, Feeding the City, I originally started with my clients and we did like 52 meals. And I posted it not in a way where to bring awareness. And when you jumped on the next year, you know, we multiplied that, we did 400. And, you know, we just kept going 1,000, 1,200, 2,000. And I think, you know, social media is a great tool and it's all about how you use it. And I think that was the biggest growth from it, is be able to spread the awareness. And there was so many young people helping, and it's just like, you know, it has a simple thought, and it just is, everybody wanted to do it. So we just set the platform where young people can actually give back, because they think millennials, we don't care about nobody. But you know, Feeding the City is dope, man. And it's like this year I'm really trying, you know, take it up a notch. And everybody was doing off the strength. Like nobody was even getting paid. It wasn't even, you know, officially funded.
Yeah, facts.
So
I remember those days, man. We was out there for like 13 hours.
Yeah, we ain't eat until everything was gone.
Yeah, sometimes it'd be midnight. Not midnight, but more so like 10 p.m. when you finally get a chance to eat. So yeah, that was actually something though. But yeah, you just mentioned the power of relationships, and speaking about that. So funny thing enough is that our relationship, well, started off as obviously relationship, right? We knew each other from young, but we wasn't like really that close, right? So yeah. Like even that, like, it's just very cool to see how, like, where we came from, where we're currently at, and also where we actually plan on going. And the reason why I was saying that, you know, shifting the culture, because again, like, what I love about how you actually get things done is your delivery, right? So it's like you get everyone, especially on social media, you get everyone not just wanting to change their life for the better, but they want to ride with your story, right? They see your transition, and from you transition, as I said, you were from a personal trainer of your body to not personal trainer of your finances. That right there is a huge shift. And as I said to you, we spoke plenty of times, you're able to really impact more of the culture, because some people, they want to, you know, get fit for the summer or vacation. But at the end of the day, it's like, you need your money, right? You need money to really change your life for the better. So like, how did you even go from a personal trainer of the body to now a personal trainer of your finances, man? That's something.
Yeah. It's crazy because it's like, even when I was personal trainer, I was still giving my clients financial literacy, like financial information for all the stuff I was learning. And a lot of people don't know is that I was always into business. Like, training just came about, but making money was always priority. So when you come from the struggle, it's like, yo, I want to make money. Forget what I love. I want to figure out how to, you know, eat. So when the passion of, you know, buying something, selling it, that came way before, like in high school, I would, you know, sell stuff on eBay. And that aspect of it. And then as I got into, you know, high school, after high school, you know, I got my Discover card. I messed it up just like everybody else. And and what enlightened me about it is, like, when I used to read, like, Credit Karma, like, just read the actual things, and it was saying you're 50% of the U.S. is doing better than you. and I ain't like that. So, me reading the fine print and knowing like where I'm supposed to be at, because everybody had bad credit, you know, and from my family. But I was like, yo, I don't want to be like everybody else. So I always took pride in getting myself out of debt, and also just knowing how to do it the right way, and using a credit card as a debit card. And once I realized the power of credit, and you know the term you hear, other people's money, OPM.
Right.
I'm like, yo, what does that mean? So I never understood what that was until I actually, you know, started reading about it. I'm like, oh wow, like you could really leverage your credit. It's bigger than just getting a house or a car. Now you can build businesses, you know, and now you don't have to use your own money. And it's like, it just opened up floodgates for me.
Right. It's actually dope because a lot of people, well, I've told this story before, but even with credit, like for my personal stuff, it was OPM, right? So now, you know, I mean, we both see it. You get funded, you know, especially like as a day trader and stuff. You don't have to actually trade your money. You can trade, you know, prop firms' capital. Well, for me, what I did, when I started off, I actually took a credit card. I liquidated that into $10,000, and that's how I got my startup money to actually go about trading. So if it wasn't for credit cards, like again, for starters, like my first month, or I think maybe the first 2 months, I actually didn't pay it off in full. So it took me to the third month paid off in full. But that right there was my my startup capital that I got for it. And again, as you just said, it's other people's money. So even with that, like, why do you feel that people don't really like, or like, let's say they're scared to use credit, or they're actually scared to understand what the power of credit is?
I think you got to untrain your mind, like unlearn a lot of things that we've been taught. I think that's the most important part, because you know, most of our parents either tell us, you know, run away from credit, or they have credit and they don't actually use it because they're scared to drop their score. And to even double back, what initially got me into it is, you know, my guy Glad Credit. He the one that really exposed me to
he's powerful.
Yeah, he really exposed me to different, you know, credit world. Cause I had one business credit card, and then after I funded myself over $250K, it was over. Like, so you know, his mentorship, I really locked in with him, and I just wanted more, because I was already, you know, doing well as a trainer, and it's like, I want more for myself. So that's what took the entrepreneurial risk. But to get back to your question, you really have to think about what you have been told about credit, like in general. So once you realize what you've been told, you realize, yo, these people don't have good credit that you're taking advice from. So these people are irresponsible, and they don't pay stuff back, or you know, they're not doing it for a business. They're not leveraging business. They're just getting a nice TV. They pay the couch over a year, you know, things like that. So it's not they're not really leveraging. You're utilizing it to become a consumer, but they're not using it to buy assets. There's a difference when you buy liabilities and you buy assets. So for those that don't know, an asset gives you money, a liability takes money from your pocket. And that's the easiest way to look at it. So if you buying those pair of sneakers, you know, for $150 to wear, you know, it's a liability. But if you buy it for $150 to make, you know, $250, then it's an asset. So it's all about how you use it, because, you know, you can use it in a bad way, you can use it in a good way, just like anything.
Right. So even with that, like, let's speak on investing, because we talk about assets and liabilities, right? So what's like a thing that you can actually put out there when it comes to, well, let's start with this. What's the difference between personal credit and business credit? Because majority of people, you keep saying business card and stuff, but people are like, I don't know what that is. I got my Discover credit card. I got my Capital One credit card. I have all this set. So what's the difference between that? And don't just say one is business, one is actually.
Nah, like, but I'm glad you asked that, because then again, it's all about how you use it. Right. So the base off it, the biggest difference between personal credit cards and business credit card is that the business card, it doesn't affect your utilization. So with your personal cards, if you go over 30%, it's considered high risk, and it red flags the lenders from getting you more capital. Right. But when you have a business, just how America is set up, you have more benefits. So they don't care that you spend 90%, 99% on your card, because they know you have to spend money to make money. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's kind of funny how, you know, they set up everything with America, how you were just talking about, but it's really for business owners to capitalize. Yeah. So most people don't want to put in the work, or they don't want the responsibility, but, you know, they get short end of the stick most of the time. So with the business cards, you could get higher limits. You could get also, you know, lower interest rates depending on, you know, what you're trying to do. And it doesn't reflect your utilization. So that's one of the best benefits from it. And as you leverage, build relationship with different banks, they're willing to give you more capital.
Right. So what will someone do with that capital? Like, what's the difference? Let's say, as you just said, let's say I don't want to buy sneakers, right? Or like what is something I can buy to help me make some money?
Literally anything that takes a payment. But yeah, but give examples like you could buy real estate using credit, which is called also a line of credit as well.
Mm-hmm.
So for those who don't know, like funding consists of personal cards, business cards, personal loans, business loans, and also lines of credit. So lines of credit is like the in between of both of them, because say if they give you a line of credit for 100K, but you only want to pile 50 for this investment, they're only going to charge you based on the money that you pulled out.
Right.
Now, if you get a loan, it's based on it's on a term, so it's going to be based on if you use it or not. Money's coming out, and then with the credit cards, it's a little more work to liquidate them. So lines of credit is like right in between. So you could buy real estate, you can invest in Toro, Airbnb, trading, stock options. Like it's basically the best benefit from it is that you don't have to use your own money. So to break it down to people in practical terms, if you're working, 9 to 5, and you're making, you're making money, you probably make like 60K a year, 70K a year, but you busting your ass 80 hours a week to get that. Now, there's no way you're gonna be able to save up 50,000 with that job if you make 60K a year.
Not at all.
So how can you get access to his capital?
Right.
And that's the thing, is like, instead of you having to work more, even if you're an entrepreneur too, because entrepreneurs don't realize as well, like I have to train 30 more clients to make an extra 20, 50 grand. Like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leverage my credit. So if I have a good credit score, I'm going to get funding, leverage my credit so I get access to the capital, and then I'm going to put into my investment. So it saves you a lot of time, because there's no way possible you can get 100K from your job if you're only making 60.
Facts. Facts. And even with that as well, like the average, I was looking at an article, well, actually yesterday, in which like rent in New York, it went up to like minimum is like 3,100. Yeah. Right. And I think it's so funny because the average individual, I mean, this is good for like, homeowners, but it's not good for tenants. It
depends on what side of the coin you're on.
That's everything how it works. And what's so funny about it is that like the average individual in New York, they barely make, even after tax, they barely making 60K a year, right? So the fact that you're actually 31,000, let's just do the math real quick. 3,000 alone, right? In a year of that you're looking at what, 36? So that's more than half of your actual yearly salary, and that's before taxes. That's before you have to worry about your car insurance if you do it, transportation. That's before worrying about, obviously, you need to live, your cell phone bill, all these different things, and then on top of that, your actual lifestyle. So I love the fact that you said that, because it's so important, especially now. Like the average person, you have to have a side hustle. There's no way you can survive in this economy without it. And to piggyback off of that as well, the fact of the matter is that we don't have a strong economy. We have a very poor economy. I don't give a damn what y'all hear. We are in a full-blown recession. Like
they gonna red flag it.
It's probably look, it's going down. Look, live numbers are going down now. They don't want to hear the truth though. But it's like, oh goddamn, that was pretty quick. But they don't want to hear the truth. At the end of the day, it's like you got to do what's best for your pockets, man. Like even when he said too, like utilizing your credit to even create a second source of income, that right there is needed, because you got to get yourself ahead. So like I want you to really break down the process, how it goes about doing that, because obviously I don't want someone to just like, leave here and just say, hey, let me open a business card, let me do something. Like what's some steps that you can give them, because we can't do that, bro.
No. I wouldn't set you out like that. I mean, the first thing is also figure out what business that you're interested in and that you understand. So understanding is everything, because it's going to make you want to learn more. So don't just jump to business because you can make money from it. You can make money from anything. But if you understand Toro, you into cars, you understand, what it takes to, to run a Toro business, or you're into interior design, you want to do Airbnb, or you just don't like people and you want to trade and do stock options. Like,
people.
Yeah, a lot of traders don't like people.
They don't. I got a lot of students who they just fucking make money and live their life. Like they literally it's so funny too. I'm like, yo, bro, why you not coming out? Like, come out. That's the fact though.
So you figure that out, and then once it comes to that, you want to create an LLC. So when you create the LLC, after you create the LLC, you open up a business bank account. And this way you help start building out your profile. So I think that's the biggest part that people realize. If you have a side hustle, you want to legitimize it every time. Like, you don't just want to have, you know, Instagram business. You want to really have it where, because most people are scared of paying taxes. It's like, you don't understand. If you're a business owner, you actually pay less.
Right.
You know, if you strategize it right, you know, because there's different things that you can write, especially in the beginning. Like, they don't expect you to make, you know, a killing. They usually think everybody's going to be negative their first couple years. So you want to get the LLC. Well, you want to understand what business you want to, you know, and get invest into. Get the LLC and then open a business bank account. Now, after you open a business bank account, that's when you need to DM me and say, "Yo, KB, I'm ready to do this."
There you go.
But
So
the criteria for funding.
Keep going. Hold on. I hope y'all really taking down notes. We're about like 15 minutes into it, but I need y'all to really take these notes. Because if y'all not even read between the lines, if y'all just listen to what he just said. He just gave y'all literally step by step how to get the gameplay going. And then on top of that, again, as he said, go back to him. When you have that situated, go back to him and then move forward. I like that. I like it. I like it a lot, bro.
So I'll bring it back. I see some people just jumped in. So figure out what business that you're actually interested in. You know, which business model that relates to your lifestyle as well. Because some people, you know, they want to do stock options and trade, but they don't have a job where they can have access to their phone. So you know, just be mindful of the lifestyle you have and the time you have available.
Right.
So you want to figure that out. Get the LLC. After you get the LLC, create the business bank account. Now, to give y'all data points on what you need for funding, it's a 680 credit score, no late payments, no derogatory marks, no collections, no, you know, my mom used my card, you know, she never paid it. Like, you don't want none of that in the last 2 years because it's going to look bad when it comes to lending, you know, to the banks. Also, you want to make sure you have at least 5 accounts, 5 open accounts. So that could be.
What do you mean? Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you mean by 5 accounts? Like,
I
know what you mean, but
yeah, that could be installment accounts, as far as like your loans, or it could be revolving accounts, as far as your credit cards. And then after you do that, you want to make sure that your utilization is down. Overall utilization, you want under 20%, and you don't want any cards over 50%. Now, as you get to these points, these data points, then you're going to be eligible for funding. So when you first start out, you're going to have to leverage the personal side because you have a new business. So you don't even have any revenue coming in. So you leverage the personal side. As you leverage the personal side, then you start building out with your business bank accounts. You start building out those statements. And then after 3 months, you can really go ask the bank for a bag. They'll throw you $50K, you know, if you got stuff coming in. So you could initially, from the personal side, you could get 150, 200,000. So, but my thing is, I have integrity. I don't care if somebody's eligible. They have an 850 credit score. If you don't have a plan, then I'm not going to fund you.
Right. That's good.
Because you could be in a worse position having that type of capital and use it for the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could go cash out, you know, go to Saks, you know, go to
right now. I can't go to
Fifth
Ave
Ave.
Real quick, bro.
Nah. Go to Neiman's.
Come on, bro. I got it right now, bro.
If you're Atlanta, you go to Linux.
50 bands, bro. Come on, man. I can't do that real quick.
Nah, you take that capital and you want to invest it into, you know, a cash flowing vehicle that's going to bring you back cash flow monthly. Now, even when you get the cash flow monthly, it's still not yours yet because your business, you got to give it to the business. So whatever business you're doing, whatever you put up is your principal. So if you put up, you know, 30, 40,000, you want to map out when is that return is going to come, whether it's going to be, you know, 6 months, it's going to be 12 months or 24 months. So this way you understand your investment. And I think from that aspect, a lot of people forget about is like, you got to know your numbers. Like,
nah, I'm laughing at it. All right, hold on. Before we continue, I got on these glasses, guys, because of the fact that my eyes hurt. I got a crazy headache right now.
It's Harry Potter.
Nah, Harry Potter got it. But yeah, that's the reason why I got these on. But my fault, man. Could keep going. You spit right now.
Yeah, so you want to understand the investment that you're doing. So
to
give you an example, you know, Airbnb is probably one of the easiest startups to do. It takes like probably, you know, two or 3 weeks. But though the cash flow is not that crazy because it's a scalable business. But depending on the type of Airbnb you have, if you have like, you know, a mansion or you have a full-blown house or what market you're in, it can make a difference. But if you're getting a condo and, you know, in the middle of Virginia or even New York don't think you're gonna ball out and be at 10K a month profit. So it's like you want to do your due diligence based on the investment that you're making in the market that's in. So if you're in New York, you got to understand the market for New York cars. Like in New York, you don't care about Mustangs. Like Mustangs is like regular. But if you put a Mustang out in Florida, it will do much better than in New York. So it's just like you got to use common sense, but you also got to understand if you were the consumer, what would you need if you was in that place?
Right.
And I think that's probably one of the biggest parts because everybody wants to make money, but they don't want to make sense. Like you want it to make sense, so it's a no-brainer. Where it's like, all right, I know the money's gonna come because it just makes sense.
Right. That's true. If you want to make sense, then you don't make sense. If you want to make money, then you gotta make sense.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a fact, though.
Yeah,
that's a fact, and I love that you said that because it's more than just like. I mean, I like to say like some people say you want to think outside the box. I like to think as if there's no box, and the reason why is because like we get caught up with giving ourselves a ceiling, right? Like even like the things we say out loud, think outside the box. Why does there have to be a box? Like why you can't just think better? We'll think for the better. But even what you're saying as well, because obviously it definitely shows how you keep educating yourself, to grow and get yourself to the next level. And like really touching that too, Bill, because like we spoke about this before, man. Your discipline is actually top notch, and that's something that like not just majority of people they struggle with that, right? That's the reason why a lot of people are in business because of the fact that they're not successful because discipline, right? Same thing with trading, like, and you can take not even I'm just saying, bro, but someone can pay for all these mentors, they can take all these courses. However, if they don't have the discipline to actually put the work in that they're learning, they're gonna keep failing. So like really touch on how discipline got you to where you are and how it's needed for you to keep moving forward.
It's crazy, but the struggle really embraced me. Like far as in, you can't really fuck up because there's no safety net. So from that type of mentality, it make you want to be, very strategic about every decision you make because if you make the false move, then you're going to be eating all those noodles for the whole week, not just for Monday and Tuesday. So with that type of pressure, it made me even more strategic. So being I don't have that pressure no more, it just made me more disciplined and put me in that caliber of like, yo, I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to spend money, or I'm not going to go out tonight. Like, even though I have more now, I still make decisions for myself. Like, I'm just chilling tonight, or this month I'm not going to spend that much. And I think looking in the mirror, looking at your account, and seeing those transactions until your stomach hurt, until like, yo, what did I do? And once you realize that, you really start developing discipline because your friends can have a bag, they got different, circumstances. They have different expenses. That's one thing I learned too. Like you could be making a certain amount of money, but it's about what you keep. So your friends living at home, they don't have to pay anything. You got to pay rent. It's a different ball game here.
Yeah.
So they could go to Miami 3-4 times a year and not be hurt. But you come back, it's going to be different. And I think, being real with yourself is probably the realest thing. So the simplest thing, I post about is, expenses versus income. Like you really want to know everything that you're supposed to pay. If you're not going to do this for yourself, how can you do it for your business?
Right. Ooh. No, that's a bar. It is mad funny because like, that's a bar, bro.
Like for real though, like.
But it's funny as you said that, like people get confused or they get tied up. Like, I be seeing these memes go around. Your last $9.99 you had, Apple just took it out. It's like you got to know these things, right? It's not as if like Apple just like this month we're gonna take money out on the 15th. Next month we're gonna take it out on the 23rd. The month after that we're gonna take it out on the 8th. It's the same day every single month, the same exact day. So it's like at some point you got to tell yourself that maybe I should look at my statement to see what's the exact dates in which these bills are coming out, right? And once you have that set, it's like, all right, these are the dates they're coming out. This is the money needs to have by a certain date, and that's just like personal finance 101. Like even little stuff like that I feel like people just ignore. And it's like if you ignore those things, like you said, like you're not gonna move forward. I don't give a damn how much money you got, and that's the main reason why people win the lottery and they go broke the next day because they don't know how to manage their money. So that's something that like and maybe me and you speak about that very often. I'm not sure why it's like that. I feel like especially with this generation, we get too caught up with wanting to look like we made it or look like we got it, no, but then rather than actually having it, right? So it's like you got to put in the time to put yourself in a predicament or build a foundation to actually get it, right? It's like you can't just because you got the latest, I don't know, Louis whatever or Prada doesn't mean you're getting it, right? And funny enough is that like if something costs like $3K that we just paid for, people are like, oh, you get into it. No, you had it. You just spent it. Like you no longer got that money. So it's like it's very bizarre why people. That's the thing, though, bro.
You know what's so funny about that? When Alejandro posted a bill for $15,000 yesterday.
Yeah.
So many people got hyped by that, and I'm like, this is a bill. Like,
like it's not like we spending it right now. It's already spent. So it's like, yeah, even that as well. Because people hit me up like, yo, bro, like I can't believe this. Y'all paid for this. Y'all paid for that. It's like, fam, like. It's already done. It's not as if we got it right. Well, we do, but it's not as if we don't have like if we spend it 15,000, it's gone.
Yeah,
we don't have it right now no more.
What bugs me out is that people are hype about a $15,000 bill, but if I show them, yo, I just got approved for 100K or 50K in funding, it's not the same level of excitement. And it's like,
why do you think that is though?
Because I guess people don't know the power of credit, but they know the power of spending.
What's different?
I'm trying to reason with them. I really don't understand.
Reason with people, bro. I don't do it. I don't reason with people. I don't understand it. I don't try to make myself understand it. And I think that's something that like a lot of people just don't like about me. But I mean, at the end of the day, bro, it is what it is. Like if you're in a fucking situation, you gotta hear the hard truth. I feel like people they get too caught up with like not wanting to push buttons or not wanting to offend people that they just lie them to themselves. Like they on social media front and have a mask on, and then behind closed doors, they speak how they really feel. Like I'm gonna tell you how I feel on social media.
Is as well.
It's the same shit.
Is that they don't understand the power of leverage. So like most people understand how to spend, and they was like, well, if they spent that much, then they probably had this. You know, that's what's up. I want to be able to spend that much, and not have an issue. But they don't understand the power of leverage of, yo, what I can do with this. Because even when some people, you know, like, oh, if you get credit, oh, you got to pay that back. They not seeing the vehicle or the asset that you're investing into. Because not a lot of people are like, well, why would I use my own money? I mean, why would I use somebody else's money? I got to pay them back. It's like, yo, you're not understanding the how to build wealth here. Like,
yeah.
And
cash is king, but credit gives you leverage, man, and credit gives you power.
Yeah, and then when you're an investor, you're always an investor. It's not a one kind of thing. Like once you get one play, you like, yo, what's this another play? And then if you run out of capital, the game is over.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta.
So it's better to have it and not need it, and then having to need it to go get it, because now you're gonna get taxed. So it's a simple. I look at it as this good example. If you're running a marathon or not a marathon, you're just taking a journey, you're taking a walk, and there's no stores around. You'd rather have the water on you, because if you try to get the water along that road.
Oh my God!
It's gonna be taxed. It's gonna be $10-$20 for a bottle of water. That's $1.
No. Hold up. I need y'all to listen to what he just said. I know it's recorded, bro, but you gotta repeat that.
I bet. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna try to go back. That just came to me.
Nah, you gotta repeat that. Oh man, you spit right now.
You rather have it and not need it than need it and don't have it, because you're gonna pay it. Like, and that's the thing. People don't understand that. So if you're on a journey, you don't. Most people are like, I don't want to carry that water with me because it's gonna be heavy. I don't want to carry it. Now, as you go down this path, you're gonna be thirsty, and now you're gonna get taxed $10-$20 for the same water that you could have had for $1 or free. And I think that's the part of what we need to understand. Is like education is there, or the access to funding is there, but if you wait till you need it and you don't have much, now they're gonna charge you more, and you can't do nothing about it because you're in a tight situation. So when it comes down to actually going about it, you always want to have more than enough. If your investment is $50K, you want to have $150
minimum.
Because there's going to be hiccups. There's going to be certain things that's going to go wrong, and you don't want to be scrambling, begging people for money. So when lenders see that you're begging for money, they'll all deny you, and then there's going to be somebody that's going to give you a crazy rip-off price. Like, I'm going to charge you 30% for 20,000, and you need to pay me back. You need to pay me back weekly.
That's crazy. Yeah, people do that though. People
Yeah.
do that. People put themselves in. I think it's more about like as you said, like it's better to have it than not need it than need it and not have it, right? So like people put themselves in predicament in ways like they'll wait until they have to struggle to actually take action. Like if you think ahead, like you're like this is a person. The best thing about mentorship as well, right? Mentorship is they've been through that road. They understand what's going to happen. They understand where the potholes at, where the bumps are on the road, where the traffic is going to be at. They understand that. So it's like they're going to guide you to, all right, when you make this left right here, you're going to have a pothole on the right side of the road. Make sure you dodge that, right? When you come down that street, 2 blocks, you're going to run into traffic. You may want to make the left or make a right to, to avoid that and go around and so forth. So even with that as well, it's like it's helping you to see in the future. Right. But if you just go about it yourself and you just think that, everything will be sweet and dandy lines and stuff, you're going to be fucked up. Right. You're going to literally wait until you need it. And as you said, now you got to pay extra and you're going to pay that extra because you need it.
Price going up.
Yeah. You need it. So it's funny how people are like that. But yeah.
To touch base on that too, as far as mentorship, I made a post about it. It's like, it's so many people, quick question. They want to ask you all these quick questions because they want to do it themselves. But you're not really understanding. YouTube is not going to teach you for your personal situation.
No.
So even thing with personal training, you could watch all these YouTube videos, but they're not going to tell you how to lift for your body type. They're not going to tell you what you're supposed to be eating. They're not going to tell you, the certain custom plan for yourself. So when it comes to mentorship and finances, everything I learned, I asked for and I paid for. So it's like,
absolutely.
You got to pay to play and you got to pay to invest for the information because somebody study, funding, like for example, my boy Glad, he studied funding for a year, 2 years. What I look like just asking him, to pick his brain every day and not pay him. If what he can show me can make me money for a lifetime.
Right. And even with that as well, like one thing I don't do is I don't ask friends for discount. I let them give me the discount. Right. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But it's like, I'm not going to be like, oh, he or she don't give me a discount, fuck them and everything. Nah, you can't do that because at the end of the day, that's their business. Right. But like we do that. Right. I'm not saying we, but as a culture, like we prioritize, you know what, let me hit up this person because they're going to give me a discount. Why you can't just support their business? Right. If you really support their business, don't ask for a discount. Let them offer it. And if they offer it, take it. Then that's on them. Right. You didn't do that. But if they don't offer it, still pay the full price. There's nothing wrong with that because, again, like, as you said with mentorship, and even from what you started, you just said like you learned from Glad, right? He mentored you from the information that you got, and now you just you running with it. So that's how important mentorship is because again,
I paid him full price up front because I'm like, I want people to pay me up front.
Right. And even that as well, bro. It's like it's so important because as you said, like a mentor, he can talk to you, or he or she can talk to you one-on-one, right? YouTube videos, they can't do that. And I tell even potential students, like, listen. If you're trying to take trading serious, let's do it. So let's make it happen. If you're not trying to take it serious, if it's something like a hobby, go to babypips.com, go to YouTube, watch some videos, and go do that, right? But my thing is this, and I let them. They say, oh, they're gonna do that. They don't want to pay my price. I'm like, yo, it's cool. I don't give a damn. Like you reached out to me at the end of the day. I'm not reaching out to you.
Exactly.
But with that as well is like, let's see how you are in 6 months, right? If you take that serious, let's see how you are in 6 months. 6 months come back and they hit you. Oh my God, blah blah. And now what? Price went up. Price went up. So like,
but the thing about that, which is so crazy, is that people don't understand, especially when it comes to funding. Like the source changes. So if you could watch an old YouTube video that's 6-7 months ago, these data points change.
Right.
So you got to make sure you know what to do for the updated information, because you can't use a video for that's 2 years ago. That might not work. So when you try to do it yourself, you actually shooting yourself in the foot. It's like you're gonna pay now or you're gonna pay later. Because either way, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay for sure.
Yeah.
And like when it comes to my people that I personally know, or not even just people that's with in general, I don't want a discount because I don't want a discounted service. I want top-notch service, so I pay whatever it is. Because when it's a discount, you like, all right, this one ain't really giving that much money, but the one that's gonna give me money, I'm gonna focus on that more. And that's what people tend to do. If they got high ticket offers, they want to make sure they serve the people that's paying the most because they paid a certain price.
Of
But
course.
if you hear, discount Benny over here trying to get, promo codes, then it's not going to work. So only time I like discounts if it's like a big Fortune 500 company that I don't know from a hole in the wall, and they already got my money. Like Saks already got my money. So it's if I get discount from them, cool. But another small business, nah, I'm not trying to do that. People, they should, instead of asking discounts, they should ask if they have affiliate. Now, you bring in, this is the real sauce. Like, here, don't ever ask for a discount. Ask if they have affiliates. Because if somebody is in business and they doing well, they want more business. Now,
absolutely.
If they have a high ticket offer, or you got a trading program, if I know people that want to trade, I can refer people to your program, and you will be able to give me PC for being an affiliate.
Right, absolutely.
If I paid $10,000 for your mentorship and you offer $1,500, I just got a discount for $1,500.
Right.
But I gave you a client in the work, so it's like you just keep adding on to somebody's success instead of trying to take it away from it. Like, affiliation over discounts every time.
No, it's actually great because speaking of affiliation, I actually got a nice deposit from you, from supporting your business. So appreciate that again.
Yeah, man. We all eat, man. We all eat.
That's a fact. And even with that, as you said, like affiliate is, I feel like that is an easy way to really get people going. Like even myself, like with my affiliate program, I mean, for my course, it's 30%, right? So if you refer somebody to any of my courses and they purchase it, you get 30%. For my Discord, it's 50%. If you refer somebody, but if you're a member, you refer somebody to my Discord, you get 50% of the payment. And even with that as well, because it's beneficial, because now it's just more money coming in, right? Like regardless, like I was referring people before I even knew it was affiliate. Once you start affiliate, I'm like, bet.
Maybe you want to go even harder, right? That's extra income for you.
And it's good because like it's a two-way street, right? Now it's like I'm supporting your business, right? I'm supporting your business by also spreading the knowledge into other people, right? Utilizing my network, which is also helping you because your business is growing, and also it's helping the individual because again, what I love about what you do is that you can easily just take someone's money, get them going and they're off, right? You can say, hey, anybody want to get funded? I'm gonna fund you, right? You want the 100K, you want the 150K? Got you. I'll get that for you. It's done with. But you don't just fund anyone, right? And that right there is huge because, as you said, you can fund me for 100K. I can go shopping like 80K. I got 20K left in the bank, and I'm just like, I'm balling now, right? You're not really balling. You're not balling for six figures to be real either, but we ain't gonna get to that right now. but it's like even that as well. It's like you make sure, like, all right, listen, what are the plays that you actually want to run, right? Or if you don't have a place, let me give you some thoughts that'll be beneficial to help you make some more capital. And if they don't want to do that, then fine, you're just not gonna mess with them. And I love that because again, as I said, it can be a double-edged sword leverage. Yeah. Right? You can literally help yourself out to put yourself in a better predicament, but you can also stab yourself in the chest or the heart and really just bleed out. So like even that as well. And again, I'm not just saying it because he's a business partner of mine. Like this guy does very great work. So like anyone, as I said, I pinned the comment here for you guys on YouTube. Check out the description and the link below. If you're really trying to grow your business and really get funding, and you not even just get funding, but also trying to leverage your credit or leverage your business credit, this is the guy you really want to speak to. Like he's going to make sure you are in a great predicament. He's going to make sure that you have income coming in, and he's going to make sure you have a plan. So at the end of the day, it's like, people don't plan to fail, but they fail to plan. If you fail to plan, then you're going to fail. So like, I love that about you, bro. It's like, you just got to keep that up and going, man. Keep that up and going.
I appreciate it. And the other aspect of that, being that you're referring me to these people, I got to make sure I get the quality of service because the referral is a reflection of you.
Right. Absolutely. We just spoke about this.
Yeah. So, when you refer it sucks when, one of your mans or somebody in your team does something and then you can't refer them because they're not the best at that, or they're not the best at, the service. And I think, and my boy Brandon said, we touch money together too. So
that's good. See, just gotta keep it going.
But I think that's
even that right there, relationships, bro.
Yeah,
that's relationships, man.
I think that's the most important part that we forget about is a level of service. And we people have this thing with black business is this, and it's like it has nothing to do with black business. It deals with that person. They might be black, but they don't represent me. Like they represent their own entity. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the most important factors is that you want to hold yourself to a standard and hold yourself accountable. And there's going to be some things that's going to go wrong or not go the right way, but just be communicative about that, and it makes the process much easier. So I think that's probably a big part too with businesses that we can do better with is you just being communicative.
I agree. A quick question though: what's one thing that someone who's watching right now they can do today to help them put themselves in a better financial position?
I would say definitely figure out exactly where you at. So as far as your credit, download Experian, check your FICO score, check your reports, making sure it's good. Because a lot of people don't even know. Like, I don't even know.
But why can't it go to Credit Karma, bro? What's the difference?
Credit Karma is the Vantage score, so it's not as accurate. It's not weighed. It's the same as the FICO score, and a lot of lenders don't use the Vantage score. If you want some serious funding, they don't use the Vantage score. They use the FICO. Oh, shout out to Chris. You got 6 figures in funding. Yeah. Another one of my clients.
But again, another testimony. And as I said, this guy has receipts. All right, this is someone I think we got somebody else on here. We got some receipts on here. If y'all would have shut out y'all receipts, y'all can do that. If y'all want to put y'all personal business out there, nothing wrong with it. but I'm glad you said that because as you said, like
I would say definitely do that.
The credit score. Okay, what else though?
Also, track your expenses. So I do have a free PDF that I can send to people. Just DM me expenses, and I'll send it to you. You fill it out. Basically, you go through everything that you spend on a monthly, because it's either we overshoot it or we undershoot it. It's never the same. Because most of you ask them what the monthly expenses, they were like, all right, it's like 2,000, and then after you do numbers,
it's way more
like
than
5.
Yeah.
And then some people were like, yo, I spend a lot. And it was like, when you do numbers, like, yo, you only really have 1,500. The other money is just credit card money, is voluntary debt. So the difference between having things that you owe or things that you spend. So doing your numbers and knowing how much you spend per month is very crucial to know how much you can go forward. Because when it comes down to, investing, getting an LLC, you want to have no problems. Well, I can't afford an LLC. I got to wait till I get paid in 2 weeks. But if that's a whole nother, topic.
That's crazy, bro.
You definitely want to do Experian.
Yeah.
Download that, see where you at. You also want to tap into your expenses, figure that out. And also, you want to know exactly what you want to invest into, what you're interested in, and what business model you actually understand. So once you have an idea, then, if you need my help, you can set up a strategy call. They're free right now. Like literally free. Like it's no catch.
Price will go up though. I'll tell you right now.
It will.
And I'm be real with you, bro. I know, free. You shouldn't be doing that though.
Nah, I know.
Of
all people, I know I shouldn't, because I was telling you about that.
Yeah. You telling me you can't be doing it. You gotta follow it, bro.
But
yeah, keep going.
I only did that because it was a new business. That was the only reason.
Makes sense.
But as far as that,
I'm making too much money though, but keep going. Too many success stories, but keep going.
So when it comes down to the strategy call, we really go over your credit report. We see exactly where you at, and I'll tell you what data points you need in order to get funded. And if you don't have an LLC, that's fine. I create LLCs as well. Right. And like I said, I like to build a relationship with my clients. So after I fund you, if there's another play that I know about and you're in the right mindset, then I'm going to put you on. Because once you become an investor, you always invest. You never stop investing. Because the thing is, don't buy the Gucci. Let your business buy the Gucci.
Facts.
So what that means is you pay yourself with the business, and then you use that extra cash to pay for the things you want. So the things that a lot of people see that I do or I have, it's not me personally paying for it. It's somebody else paying for it. So literally, when we went to Jamaica, before we went, somebody booked, Toro. They booked it, for the weekend before we went out. So it's like, all right, cool. I just made that money. I could use that money if I want to. I could just stack it.
That's an asset.
It's an asset. So it's like you really want to understand the idea of money and what it takes to get ahead. Because if you're going away, if you have to save to go away, that's one thing, depending on your time frame. But to go away, to come back and say, I got to go slave to do it again is crazy. Like, it's really insane. And then if you go away and you don't experience the best and you got a penny pinching budget,
right.
then you're not really vacationing. Like you're doing it the wrong way. If you go away like, yo, I don't care. This is what I want. We sitting in the front. We want the best section. Like, don't be twisted. Like, people think, all right, you in finance, we know we strict about our money, but when we have fun, we very strict about
Oh,
that.
we outside.
Yeah, like
We definitely outside. We definitely outside.
we
You gotta
definitely
keep
outside
doing
and we having fun, we enjoying it. And I think that's the part people
it.
forget.
Facts.
Like, we're enjoying
That's a
it, but we're
fact.
not coming back to it like, damn, yo, we just blew a bag in Jamaica. How we gonna make it back?
Nah, it's a fact.
It's
Nah,
like,
money made, bro. I got the market right here, bro. Money made like that. But that's a fact though. Like, and it's something that I love that you said that, because a lot of people, they feel as if, like, like you said, they saved up all this money to go, and then once they come back, it's like now they gotta start back over. So it's like, if you don't think about that, you're literally putting yourself in a hamster wheel.
yeah,
You don't realize that. Like, the only thing that's really moving forward is time, not you. You're in a hamster wheel going over and over. You make a few dollars. You pay for that trip. You go on a trip. You come back. You make a few dollars. Pay for that trip. Go on that trip. Come back. There's no true growth, right? And now you're looking back 10 years from now. All you really got is the fact that I made experiences. But where's your bread at? Like, like, that shit kills me, man. Like, that's the new thing now, right? You're
no,
gonna make your money back. No, you're not. Like, you know how difficult it is to make that back like this? It's not. And then you got factor in inflation. You got factor in the fact that, well, that's inflation as well, but you don't make the same. Like, it's not as easy as you think it is. And also the fact you have interest that's going to be increased. So yesterday's price is not today's price. But keep listening to Instagram quotes about people who don't got it, talking about, go spin it and you'll make it back. Keep doing that. You're going to keep living on a hamster wheel.
yeah, that's tough, especially when you fly in Spirit and you sit in the back of the plane. Like, that's no way to live.
Hey, I don't understand that. Well, let's not go deep, because I don't want to.
No, but for real though, it's
like,
like you going away. Like, I love the females, but sometimes they be front and be four of them in a room. So if it's four of them in a room,
guys like that too. We're not even
yeah,
going to say that. I know personally a lot of people who, like, it'll be 8 of them in one Ritz Carlton, right? And they'll pay for the standard room. It can't even upgrade. They pay for the standard room.
yeah,
And, like, they'll take, like, 5 different pictures and 5 different outfits, make it seem as though, they live in their life and everything. It's really not. You're just, like, doing it for the gram. And it sucks though.
yeah. And that's the thing, yo. It's nothing wrong with taking sacrifices and saying, like, I can't afford that right now, or I'm not there yet. Like, there's plenty of times where I've been places and I'm like, yo, I'm not there yet, but I'm gonna get there, by doing what I need to do for myself. And even people was going away like, yo, you should come. It's only 3,000-4,000. I'm like, yo, I don't even have that in my account. Like, I know I had to stay 10 toes down until it's time for me to come up. So I'm never gonna front on something that I don't have just to be appealing to my friends or appealing to others. And I think that type of discipline will drive you further, because now you go to the store like, yo, I got it, but I don't have to buy it. Like,
absolutely.
Like, that is the best feeling ever, especially when they racist or prejudice to you. Like, what you doing here? You like, yo, I'll buy this whole shit right now. But I don't need to prove that.
You just missed out on. Especially tip wise as well. Like, what? You have no idea what you missed out on. But hey, it's funny because I'm a big tipper when it comes to someone who actually do good service. Like, you give me any type of attitude, I'm not giving you shit. Like, what? You want me to give you my money and you just gave me attitude? I don't understand that. I don't understand how that's the norm. But I got a quick question before. I do want to see if we get some time to take questions. I have no idea how long this is going to be. Crazy enough, it's about to be an hour already.
Yeah, that's crazy.
One question that, you are the first guest, but this is a question I want to ask all my guests moving forward. So what's the one, I'm sorry, whoa, wrong question. If you go back in time, what's one piece of advice you'll tell your 18-year-old self?
I think the best thing I would say is believe you can do it off the jump without having to try to prove yourself to other people. I think in the beginning stages, I had a big chip on my shoulder when it came to me training, because I dropped out of St. John's and, I was just looked down upon from there. And I had this hate that was, allowing me forcing me to, to do better and being so competitive, but I didn't really appreciate none of my wins because I was trying to compare it to where other people were at. So I would say, let the chip go off your shoulder if people doubted you. Just focus on yourself. I think that was the hardest part for me at that stage. Even my family, they was like, yo, you're going to do something else. Like, what is training going to do? Because I started training at $6 a session. Granted. And I was picking people.
Fitness.
I was the Uber trainer. I was picking people up, dropping them off, and only charging them $6. So And the only reason I charged $6 because I wanted enough money to put in my sister's gas tank. I didn't care about making.
Powerful.
Yeah, that was my main thing. But when I was doing it, as I kept, progressing, I really wasn't enjoying the success. Like people say, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm like, nah, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. And then I was like, I got to get to this. I got to get to this. And it was like my joy and happiness was a destination instead of being a journey. And literally, it wasn't until probably like 2 years ago I started walking, within myself. And now it's like I enjoy everything, like
It's
small, big, whatever. And
It's
when you lose that type of joy, it doesn't even make the success sweet. Because there's been times where I made the most I ever made ever in a short period of time, and I was not satisfied. And it's like, yo, why do I feel like this? I just made $70K. Why do I feel so down? Why I should be hyped like, oh, I made my first $20.
Right.
And it wasn't the same level because I didn't have appreciation for myself. And I think that's probably, because entrepreneurship, you get caught up just going, next thing, and you never really enjoy it. So now I implement, taking solo trips, taking vacations. I call it travel hacking, where every time I come back, I know I'm going to work. But when I have fun, it makes me go even harder to have more fun the next.
Facts. That's a fact.
So, that's been my strategy this year, going away every month. It's a blessing. And since March, probably. And then I just plan to continue to, implement to up it.
Powerful. And that's what life is about, man. Life's about, you work hard, you play hard. And that's what you got to keep doing. Appreciate your time. If you got any quick questions before, if you want to, I don't know how long the live is going to be. I want to make sure, because I don't know. Some people tell me it goes over an hour, but I want to make sure, I do want to respect your time as well. But if we got any questions that you guys can write in, and in the meantime, let me scroll in. Bro, this was powerful, man.
This is dope, man. I really enjoyed this. I really did. Like, it just felt like a conversation this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we do it. And it's funny because, like, I was aiming to, like, all right, I do want to get some questions asked off. I don't want to make it where it's like we just, like, talking because people are watching, and, I want to make sure they get their gems. Yeah. But then again, it's like every time we talk, it's always gemful. Someone said sometimes experience be misleading too. Can you touch in on that?
And which aspect that y'all think is misleading? I mean, none of these credit bureaus is 1,000%, but we're going based off the most accurate one.
That's a fact. Ash, actually appreciate the gems. You guys not got no questions? What? Hold on.
Maybe they would just say,
This gets a little delayed, so let's wait out like a minute maybe to see. But nah, bro, like as you said, like this was very special, and I do appreciate you all being the first guest of many to actually jump on I don't know if it's a podcast live, the same thing to jump on it. But nah, you was really dropping gems, and I knew you was gonna go in with the gems. I didn't think it was gonna be that crazy. Like I expected his. You went like it's off the screen. I gave to see it. And it's gonna be on YouTube probably around like it's 8 o'clock now, so I want to say like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'll have it up. Got to make sure the thumbnail, everything is set. And the great thing about it is that, guys, like, don't just take notes. You got to implement it, right? Because people always say like like knowledge is everything, but at the end of the day, it's like you gotta utilize the knowledge, right? Knowledge is not power if not utilized. You can know everything and not move yourself forward. So does it really make you powerful? No, it just make you someone who just knows things. But definitely tap into Kaleb Lewis, KB the Trainer. Sorry about that. KB the Trainer.
Nah, it's good, bro. I own the name. I own it.
Talk that talk.
Yo, you know how many people ask me that? You gonna change the name? No, I own it. No.
Talk that talk. But yeah, man, back to it. Like, it was very, very great. And we got one question, but before I even say that question, like, again, bro, you've dropped so many gems. And anyone who is on here watching the recording on YouTube, if you guys want to reach out to Kaleb, if you need business funding, if you need to get your LLC together, any of these things, definitely want to hit him up and get that going. But we got one question. We got Chris who said, how important is the DUNS number?
Your DUNS are important depending on what you're applying for. But it's easy to get the DUNS number. It's free. Just go to dnb.com and they'll send it to you. If you want to expedite it, they're going to charge you, but it comes in like 30 days.
Okay, good. We got another question. Do you have advice regarding trade lines? Lady_die said, Do you have advice regarding trade lines? I've seen the terms, but I'm not as familiar with it.
Okay. Trade lines is basically also, it's called the authorized user, depending if you use it for your personal, where it gives you someone else's account history.
Mm-hmm.
So if your credit is garbage and it's 550, don't get a trade line. Like, it's not going to do anything. So trade line is good for a profile that's either needs help strengthening, building out, or you need help with utilization. So trade lines is definitely good. You could purchase them. Trade line supply. If you need trade lines, I have trade lines as well. Yeah, if they stay on it for 2 months, you pay a fee, and now it boosts your score. So what it helps is that some people, instead of them paying it down for getting their utilization under 20%, instead of them have to pay like $5,000-6,000, you get a trade line for like $1,000, and now it can give you a $20,000 limit. So that's the whole thing. Like, you want to be strategic, and everything is based on your credit profile. So if you don't know how to analyze your profile, what you need, then it's not going to make sense. So I have people, clients say, I'm getting a trade line, I'm getting it from my mom. I'm like, okay, you get it for your mom, but did she make sure all her bills is paid? Like, did she have any late payments? How old is the card? What's the limit? Well, I don't know. I'm like, well, then you don't need to go to your mom. Now, your mom is going to be pressing you, thinking you're trying to, take her card and use it. But when you actually offer authorized user, you don't have to give them a card.
Facts.
You could just give them access, to your account history, and then you can leave them on there. So with my family, I made sure everybody, got out the 600s and got them in 700s. So I was the first one out the gate. I had the limit, but my brother, he had the age for one of his old cards. Credit One, they always see you to BS subprime cards.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked out. So I was able to help him as far as the limit. He was able to help me because of the age. Because after I messed up Discover, I closed it and I couldn't get it back. So I lost my age. So never close your accounts. No matter what you do, fight to keep them open. Don't say, oh, I don't use it, I'm going to close it. No, because you lose the history and you lose that utilization. Mm-hmm. So keep them open. Make one purchase a year. And then, they'll stay active.
That's true. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. That was a great question. Great response as well. All right, we got an hour right now. Don't know if it's gonna cut off. I heard it cuts off. Yeah. But we're gonna end this again, bro. I appreciate your time. If they want to reach out to you, how can they reach out to you? Let them know. Oh, they can definitely, send me a DM. I check those. And if you're ready, then you can click the link in my bio and we can book a call. And from the call, we could definitely see, what it is that you want to do, and we can strategize for it. Because my company is called Infinite Wealth Strategies. So we're here to give you strategy. I'm here to give you information on how to go about acquiring the investment and getting funded. So you get funded up to 150K, 200K. And if you're a business owner, it can happen, in a matter of a week or two. So wait, did you say free call?
Yeah, I did say free call for now.
You give them a free call until price goes up. Oh, hold on. Before we go, all right. So lastly, all right, an example, Experian might say you are at 600, you go and apply for something and they pull your credit report and it might be a little off.
Well, then again, that's also depending on what bank you're pulling from, because it might not be from Experian. And that's another aspect up to it. Each bank pulls from different bureaus. So if you're pulling from, a bank that's pulling TransUnion, Equifax, then, you lose your chances of actually getting that card.
Right.
So that's why it's important to tap in so I can show you exactly how to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah, all you guys, I actually just told you guys, go to his page, go to his link in his bio, book a call. It's free right now. You got to take advantage of these free resources that we have available because they're not going to be free forever. I don't know why his calls are still free, but hey, that's what he wants to do. But I definitely know that in time it's going to increase. So you want to take action now. Don't be the person who delays, because if you delay, you may have to pay for it later on. But again, bro, I do appreciate your time. This will be up, I want to say by 9 o'clock right now. Yeah, definitely. This was great. We got to do another part 2, part 4, part 5, and let's just keep it going. But yeah, man, let's get it, man. Appreciate you, bro. Later.
I appreciate you,
guys. Appreciate everyone who stuck around for the whole call. Wrote down gems, wrote down questions. And again, reach out to Kaleb if you want to get your business funding, if you want to get business straight, or you just need personal and finance as well as credit questions. He's going to take care of you.
Bet.
All right. Later, guys. All right, man.